Hey guys, this is Thomas over here at Nurse Money Talk, and in this video I'm going to give you 5 things I think nurses should really be careful about when it comes to social media. Now, before I get started though, I want to go ahead and invite you to hit that subscribe button on this channel. I'll talk about all things related to nursing student, and of course nurse life. Now, just to give a quick little plug, if you are looking for a job, make sure to check out the job board at nursemoneytalk.com/jobs. Let's go ahead and get down to it, which is the first thing nurses really need to be careful about when it comes to using social media is complaining about a patient. A lot of things that you'll realize is when it comes to some of these things is that some of it is just optics, and some of it is a legality issue. So the first one is both optics and a legality issue. So one, it just doesn't look good that you're a nurse and you're complaining about your patients. It's not a good look. Let's just call it for what it is. But even worse than that is you complaining about your patients and then giving identifiable information. So, oh, I just treated, Susie was this and Susie was that and all this other stuff. And so you complain and then you give so much information to where the patient can then be identified. That's a big issue. One thing I would really caution you on is just complaining about patients in general. But if nothing else, if you must do it, don't use the patient's name, and don't make it really obvious who you're talking about. But honestly, as I'm saying, if you must do it, just don't do it. I mean, there's probably not a whole lot of good that's gonna come from it. The next one is the complaining about your employer. I just don't think it's a good look to sit and whine and complain about your employer. The first thing is that in all likelihood, it'll probably get back to them. I mean, that probably won't necessarily get you fired per se, but it's just not really a good look in terms of, if you were up for maybe like you apply for a promotion or whatever the case may be, because as far as they're concerned, you've been saying that you don't like being there. And it does kind of raise the questions, because whenever I see this on social media or whatever, I always then kind of ask myself, why are you still there? Like, if it's to the point where you're complaining so much about your job on social media and the world around, and if you hate your job that much, then at some point probably look at going somewhere else, because that's like the beauty of nursing. And also the job board at nursemoneytalk.com/jobs is that there's a lot of nursing jobs out there, and there's a lot of other opportunities out there. So if you get tired of the one you're at, of the place that you're at, then definitely look for other options. Number 3 is taking and posting pics at work. I see a lot of nurses do this. Interestingly enough, I see a lot of nurse influencers do this as well. And to me, that is so stinking risky. One, I'm not sure how employers necessarily feel about that. I'm pretty sure they're probably not a huge fan of that. But secondly, it's like when you're taking pictures and then you're posting it on social media. I mean, my goodness, right out of the gate, if there's like some, patient information that shows up, all of a sudden now you've posted it out to the world, and there's no taking that back. Like, once you post it on social media, I don't care how private you think your Facebook, your Instagram, or whatever is, once you post it there, it's over and done with. And to me, that's too risky. So I would caution you against doing that. Number 4 is posting pics when you call in sick. This one is probably going to be a little bit controversial. I know that generally employers are against like patients having patterns and this and that and whatever the case may be. For me, as far as I'm concerned, if you have the time, if you have the leave, I mean, if you want to take, if there's a pattern and you want to take every Wednesday or every Friday, shoot, if you want to take every payday off and you have the time for it, I don't understand why people honestly care that much, but that's just me. Now, with that said, I understand and I do know that employers have issues with this. Once again, I don't understand why they care if they give you the time for it, but either way, they do have issues with this. And so if you do call in sick, whether that's for legitimate reasons or not for legitimate reasons, don't post pictures on social media. I mean, come on now. I mean, I feel like that's kind of a given, especially in this digital age. And, you know, and you don't know who your friends are on social media, especially if you have coworkers that are friends. And let's be honest, coworkers be snitches at times. And so, so I would just be careful about that. The fifth and final one, which I would really caution you against, especially in, I mean, I guess I'll say, especially in this day and age that we're in, is posting things that question your nursing or medical credibility. And I think that is something that a lot of nurses and people in general don't think about enough, because when you post something, especially when you're posting as, you know, I'm a nurse and ... and you're putting that I'm a registered nurse, that registered nurse under there's a standard that you have to uphold. There's a standard set by your board of nursing, the ANA or whatever, that you should uphold. And so I'm just saying that I would caution any nurses posting things that may question the credibility of the nursing profession as a whole, or the medical community as a whole. That is all I have for this video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment sections below. Thank you so much for watching this, and I will catch you very soon in that next one.